I've got to tell you, stepping into New Zealand is like walking straight into Middle-earth. The landscapes here are so breathtaking and otherworldly, it's almost as if Tolkien himself dreamed them up. It's crazy to think that Peter Jackson transformed this island nation into the epic world of hobbits, elves, and dragons. Every corner of the country seems to hold a bit of movie magic, and you can feel the spirit of adventure in the air. But here's the thing, we're about to embark on a journey that'll blow your mind. Whether you're a die-hard Tolkien fan or just love stunning scenery, these filming locations are pure magic. So grab your second breakfast, and let's dive into the top filming locations that brought the Hobbit trilogy to life. You won't want to miss a single stop on this adventure. Alright, let's kick things off with the crown jewel of Middle-earth, Hobbiton. You won't believe this, but the lush green hills of Matamata have been permanently transformed into the Shire. It's not just a set, it's a living, breathing village that feels like it's been there for centuries. I'm talking about actual hobbit holes you can visit. The detail is insane, from the tiny clothes hanging on lines to the smoke curling from chimneys. Every nook and cranny is designed to make you feel like you've stepped into Bilbo's world. It's like the hobbits just stepped out for a pint at the Green Dragon. The whole place is so inviting you almost expect to see Samwise tending the garden or Frodo reading under a tree. But here's where it gets really cool. Bag End, Bilbo's iconic home. It's there, complete with that perfect round green door. You can stand right outside and imagine Gandalf knocking, pipe smoke drifting in the morning air. And get this, they've even got fake vegetables growing in the gardens. Talk about attention to detail. The gardens are so realistic, you'll want to reach out and pick a carrot or two. The whole place is so picture perfect, you half expect Bilbo to come running down the path yelling about going on an adventure. And yes, you can actually grab a drink at the Green Dragon Inn. How cool is that? Now let's shift gears from the cozy Shire to something a bit more imposing. Mount Ruapehu, smack in the middle of New Zealand's North Island, became the one and only lonely mountain. Its snow-capped peak and rugged slopes are truly awe-inspiring, and you can see why it was chosen as the home of the dwarves. You know, Erebor, the place Thorin and company were so dead set on reclaiming. It's a real-life volcano, which is perfect because, well, you know, Smaug the dragon. The mountain's dramatic presence makes it feel like a fortress built by nature itself. Speaking of dragons, this is where the magic of CGI comes in. While Ruapehu provided the epic towering backdrop, Smaug was added in post-production. But standing at the base of the mountain, you can almost hear the echo of dragon wings. But man, when you see that massive peak, it's not hard to imagine a fire-breathing behemoth curled up inside, guarding his pile of gold. The landscape is so raw and powerful it practically begs for a legendary story. Alright, time to get wet. That insane barrel escape scene, where the dwarves are shooting down rapids fighting off orcs, and Legolas is doing his whole "I'm too cool for gravity" thing. It's one of the wildest sequences in the trilogy, and it was filmed in some of the most beautiful rivers in New Zealand. That was filmed on the Pelorus River. This place is like nature's own water park, complete with rapids, rocks, and enough twists and turns to make your head spin. The water is so clear you can see right to the bottom, and the surrounding forest is just as lush as it looks on screen. But wait, there's more. The Kawara Gorge also got in on the action. This is where they filmed a bunch of the river crossing scenes. The gorge is famous for its dramatic cliffs and fast-flowing water, making it the perfect spot for high-stakes adventure. You know, the ones where you're on the edge of your seat thinking, don't fall in. The water here is this crazy blue-green color that looks almost unreal on film. It's so vibrant it almost feels enchanted. Between these two locations, Peter Jackson managed to create some of the most heart-pounding water sequences in the trilogy. Makes you kind of want to try white water rafting, doesn't it? On second thought, maybe leave that to the dwarves. But if you ever find yourself in New Zealand, these rivers are a must-see for any fan, or anyone who loves a bit of real-world adventure. Imagine a lake so blue, it looks like a giant bottle of Gatorade. Seriously, the color is so vibrant it almost feels unreal, like someone cranked up the saturation just for your eyes. That's Lake Pukaki, the stunning backdrop for Lake Town, where the dwarves show up all waterlogged and grumpy after their wild river escape. The snow-capped Mount Cook looming in the distance just adds to the magic. You can almost hear their boots squelching as they trudge into town, dripping and exhausted with the lake sparkling behind them. While most of Lake Town was built on a soundstage, the surrounding shots, all Lake Pukaki. And let me tell you, it makes for one heck of a view. The endless blue water and rugged shoreline are pure movie magic. All right, time to get our battle on. The epic throwdown in the Battle of the Five Armies. That massive clash of armies, with chaos everywhere and the fate of Middle-earth hanging in the balance. A lot of that was filmed in Twizel. This place is like a movie battlefield dream come true. Its wide open plains were perfect for staging those huge sweeping shots of armies charging. The Remarkables, a mountain range near Queenstown, played a huge role too. Their jagged peaks and dramatic ridges are instantly recognizable. These bad boys stood in for the Misty Mountains. You know, where Bilbo and the gang had their run-in with the stone giants. The landscape is so wild it feels like anything could happen. The sheer scale of the mountains makes the stone giants seem even more epic, as if the land itself is alive and dangerous. Now, let's take a trip to the dark side. That creepy, tense scene where Bilbo meets Gollum, it was filmed in the mysterious caves of Waitomo. The caves are famous for their glowworms, which create a starry night effect on the cave ceilings. It's like stepping into a galaxy underground, with thousands of tiny lights twinkling above you. It's like nature's own light show. Can't you just imagine Gollum skulking around in there muttering about his precious? The atmosphere is both magical and a little bit spooky. The whole place has this otherworldly vibe that's pure Middle-earth. Reflections of the glowworms shimmer on the underground lakes, making it feel like you're in another realm. Let's take a walk in the woods, shall we? But watch out for trolls. The Mangau Taki rocks near Piopio are wild and rugged, perfect for a troll ambush. Piopio, a little town in the Waikato region, is where they film the troll scenes. You know, where Bilbo has to stall for time until Gandalf shows up. The rocks and forest here make it feel like you've stepped right into the story. Now, for a change of pace, let's head to Te Anau. This place stood in for the forests of Lothlórien and Fangorn. The misty air and ancient trees give it a timeless, enchanted feel. They're all twisty and gnarled, with moss hanging everywhere. Every step feels like you're walking deeper into a fairy tale. It's the kind of place where you'd totally believe an Ent might start walking around. Or maybe you'd run into Galadriel having a casual stroll. New Zealand truly is Middle-earth, just waiting for you to explore its magic. Alright, let's follow in the footsteps of everyone's favorite wizard, Gandalf the Grey, as we journey through some of the most iconic landscapes ever captured on film. Mavora Lakes is where they shot a bunch of unforgettable scenes, with Gandalf leading the company through the wilds of Middle-earth, surrounded by breathtaking nature. This place is ridiculous. We're talking crystal-clear lakes, snow-capped mountains, and forests that go on forever. It's the kind of spot that feels untouched by time, as if elves or dwarves might appear at any moment. It's the kind of scenery that makes you want to grab a staff and start shouting epic lines, "You shall not pass." Seriously, it's hard not to get swept up in the magic when you're standing in a place like this. Last but definitely not least, we've got to talk about where the real movie magic happens. Weta Workshop in Wellington, the creative heart of Middle-earth. This is where all those incredible props, costumes, and special effects come to life, crafted by some of the most talented artists and designers in the world. We're talking everything from Bilbo's sword sting to Smaug's scales, and even the tiniest details that make the world feel real. These guys are the unsung heroes of Middle-earth, working behind the scenes to bring Tolkien's imagination to life in ways you'd never believe. And there you have it, folks. A whirlwind tour of the top Hobbit filming locations in New Zealand, where fantasy and reality blend together in the most spectacular way. So what are you waiting for? Pack your bags, grab your map, and set out on your own unexpected journey. Adventure is calling, and Middle-earth is closer than you think. Just watch out for dragons, and maybe pack an extra handkerchief. You never know when you might need one. And remember, every great story starts with a single step out your front door. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell, so you never miss another exciting Should I Go video adventure. Thanks for joining me on this fantastical trip to Middle-earth through breathtaking New Zealand. Where should I go next? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next video.